Howdy everyone, we're Sarsi here, and as of this video, we're days away from both the Wii U and 3DS online servers shutting down completely. I'm more acquainted with the Wii U side of things, so I wanted to take a look at a bunch of multiplayer games I have before Wii U ends up shutting down, as well as give some of my thoughts on this. I haven't been playing on Wii U for as long as many others, having only had a Wii U since 2017, but I've still put a lot of time into the Wii U in general, as well as into its online servers, so it does mean a lot to me. That said, let's look at some games I checked in on. We'll start with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, since I got a request to cover this and Ghosts again. When I first tried, I didn't find anyone, not in zombies nor multiplayer. I tried again later, still no one, and the third time I found a single person in zombies. I played with them for a good while, and they were actually pretty good, and then after our match they disappeared and it was back to finding nobody, but I did later get a friend request from them shortly after. Not like it was gonna matter in a week, but it was still a nice gesture. I know you'll still be able to play this on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC, but I've always found myself coming back to the Wii U version. It's just a different experience. Besides the fact that it's the only one not tainted with hackers, there's also the fact that it didn't get any DLC. There's also the ability to play this in a sort of handheld mode with a tablet screen. I know we've got the Steam Deck and other devices of the sort that you could just straight up play the game on, but I don't know how well the Plutonium launcher would work on those, since it's not safe to play the unmodified version online on PC anymore. The last noteworthy thing is the player base. People like me who could pick any other version with all the DLC, more content, and more players, yet we continue to flock to this one. It's never a lot of people, usually either in the single digits or barely double digits, but it's enough to find games across both multiplayer and zombies if you search at the right time of day. So despite there being other options, I'm gonna miss playing this on Wii U. Next, we'll look at Call of Duty Ghosts. It wasn't as easy to find anyone playing this. I tried 4 separate times and none of them yielded any results across multiplayer or Extinction. Most of my experience with this version of the game is actually from playing Extinction, being the only platform I've played the mode online with others in, but it's been years since I've been able to find a lobby for that. I'm talking not long after I got the Wii U back in 2017 levels of long ago. Ghosts has never been as popular as Black Ops 2 across any platform in fact, and on Wii U it definitely shows. This is definitely one of those games on Wii U where if you don't happen to be on at just the right time, in just the right day, you aren't going to get any lobbies, and even if you do, it usually won't be full ones, which is yet another reason as to why I and many others have just migrated back to Black Ops 2. That and it's just a better game. But after a 5th try on a separate day, I found a single match. Multiple people had mics, and it seemed like maybe a clan or coordinated group or something. And of course the one person who had a mic on my team was raging a bit, just like old times. But yeah, despite this version being my most played version of Ghosts online, I'm not too upset about losing this one. I still think that Black Ops 2 on Wii U is a bigger loss. Next up, Mario Kart 8. I was able to immediately find a game my first try, and fun fact, this is my first time ever playing Mario Kart 8 online, either on Wii U or Switch. I've simply never been interested in the online stuff with this game until now, and since I don't have Switch Online, this was going to be my last chance to see what it's like, and after a few races, it's alright. I will say there was something oddly warm about playing with such a small group of people who may even be like me, simply trying to enjoy the last of an experience that they may or may not have the opportunity to again. Hell, even if you've got Switch Online, you aren't going to have the same Mario Kart 8 experience with Deluxe as you would with the original. So, while it's not something I'm absolutely in love with, having gotten a taste of this game online, it's something that I hate that I'm not going to be able to do again, unless we get replacement servers like we did with the Wii, and even then, it's a question of how many people will actually utilize it when they could just go to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with no custom server setup required. And now, Watch Dogs on Wii U, aka one of the worst ports in video game history. With frame rates in the teens, this is not the ideal way to play Watch Dogs, and yet, so many times in the past, I've found lots of people playing this, with plenty of people having invaded my game when I'm just driving around doing random stuff. Hell, I myself have done plenty of online tailing on this version, as I've always loved invading other people's games in a non-intrusive way where I can just sit back, follow them, and see what they're up to. And yet this time, I found nobody. I couldn't find anybody to invade, and nobody invaded me either. It shouldn't be surprising given this is the worst version of the game on a dead console, but like I said, I used to find plenty of people still playing, and at the most weirdest of times too. It could be like 4 in the morning I'd be playing this, and then I'd get invaded. Considering this was within days of the Wii U's online shutting down, Watch Dogs on Wii U is probably one of the last games people have in mind for a final hurrah, and I can't really blame them. You've got 5 other platforms you can still play this on when this servers go down, all of which are better versions, so while I didn't find anyone playing, I figured I'd mention this one since I love the game itself, and I've spent a lot more time with this version than most people. It's also the closest thing you'll get to a GTA game on Nintendo, if you exclude the trashy Definitive Trilogy or the piss-poor ports of Saints Row 3rd or 4. So next, let's look at Splatoon. I never thought I'd get to see the Squid Sisters mention there being an update, yet here we are. Out of all the multiplayer games on Wii U, this is probably the one that's gonna hurt the most losing for me. I have Splatoon 2 on Switch, and for a while I was game sharing Splatoon 3, but I don't have Switch Online anymore, meaning that for me and many others, if I wanted to be able to play Splatoon without having to pay for a crappy online service, the first game on Wii U was the only option, and I'd always see a lot of people still playing it when I hopped on, mostly Japanese for some reason, but it's not like Splatoon is a game where communication beyond booyahs exist. So when I decided to return to this, I instantly found a full lobby. Multiple times. This has always been the one game on Wii U where you will always find people playing, no matter what time of day it is or what day of the week, and why wouldn't they be? It's one of the best multiplayer games on Wii U, if not the best, and again, the multiplayer is free, so yeah, once the servers are gone, unless we get some sort of private servers, I'd say I'm pretty much done with Splatoon in general. I'd already lost interest in Splatoon 3 when I still had access to it anyway. And just for the heck of it, I checked out Pokken Tournament. I instantly found a match the first time trying, which I was surprised by, and you know what? That search felt longer than the actual match because I got my ass kicked pretty much right away. I've never played this game online before, and you know what else? I've never played an actual match of the game, period. Nothing beyond training, so that first online match was my first match, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I just figured I'd check this game to be thorough, not actually expecting to find anyone still playing it online, so once I did find someone, I kinda had to follow through with it, but at least I know now that people are still interested in the game. And now for the few games that I checked but didn't find anyone playing. I figured I'd check Resident Evil Revelations raid mode for the heck of it. Unsurprisingly, no one playing. I'll make quick mention that this version apparently lets you use Miiverse to make the creatures say things, so that's an exclusive feature gone, but it's already been gone for years now since the Miiverse went offline in 2017. Then I checked Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Wasn't really surprised by this one, as I can rarely find anyone playing this on any platform, but it doesn't help that this is on the same platform that Mario Kart 8 is on, so the choice is kinda obvious as to which people are gonna play it. Then I checked Terraria. I couldn't find anyone playing, but it's not really a big deal since this game is literally on everything else, even phones. And then finally I checked out Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The only Assassin's Creed I've ever played online is Liberation on the Vita, but I'd say that hardly counts. And it looks like that's still gonna be the case because, unsurprisingly, no one was playing this. And that's about all I was able to take a look at least that still had servers online. And before anyone asks, no, I didn't look at Smash 4, but I already know people are still playing that. I've never played any Smash Online, and I just didn't feel like getting my butt kicked in yet another fighting game. And I would have loved to check Minecraft, but that's a game where you have to have people in your friends list playing in order to join, so you can't just search for randoms, which is kind of funny because the one time I remember playing Minecraft Wii U online is with some random kids. I don't even remember who invited me or why or even how I ended up on their friends list, but I know I played this version online once. I think it might have even been the only time I've played a console version online that wasn't the Bedrock edition or the Vita version with my brother who was in the same room with me at the time. But yeah, those were just some of the games on the Wii U with servers still up. I'm really saddened how insistent Nintendo has been on trying to wipe the Wii U off the face of the earth, along with the 3DS. It's not like the servers take that much resources to run. I know the Wii U was one of Nintendo's biggest failures, but it's probably the last console where I felt a sense of community. I only got the Wii U like a month or so before Miiverse shut down, and in that short time, it really felt like something special, giving me a feeling that neither the current Xbox or PlayStation gave at the time, despite both having had communities or group features. And even after Miiverse shut down, playing online on the Wii U has continued to feel special, like Black Ops 2 for example. Obviously the worst version with the least content. Back in its day, if you were playing Black Ops 2 on Wii U, you were playing it simply because it was what you had, and now, seeing people playing it, it's not a matter of being the only thing you have it on. If you're playing Black Ops 2 on Wii U, it's because you're choosing that specific version, you and everyone else that you're matched up with, and it's always given me such a warm feeling, not just with Call of Duty, but with everything I've played online on Wii U and come across other players in. Minecraft, Splatoon, Mario Kart, even frickin' Watch Dogs. Having a small amount of people that obviously value the Wii U enough to the point that they're even willing to deal with inferior experiences just to continue treasuring it. It's kind of comforting. I'm not sure what the future holds for the Wii U. I know there's already a replacement for Miiverse, but I haven't looked into if there's anything already up and running, or at the very least in the works for replacing Nintendo's actual online servers. But you can bet that if there is, I'll absolutely be there. The Wii U may not have had the greatest library, and it may have been overpowered by its competitors, but it's a console that I'll forever be grateful to have gotten, and one that I'll continue to enjoy using throughout the years, even with the official server shutdown. So thank you for tuning in. If you've had your own experiences and memories with the console, feel free to share them in the comments section. Till next time, this is WarSarcy on the Game Clips channel, and I'm out.